So how can you use ChatGPT and YouTube? So as I started my journey on YouTube, ChatGPT was already there, and it's turning out to be a great tool when I'm running into writer's block and getting my scripts going. So I'm going to use this video as an example on how I would use ChatGPT. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert on ChatGPT, so I'm doing it the simple way because I think there are more people out there that are not experts than they are experts, and I want to make things simple. So I'm going on GPT-4 because I'm subscribed to the Plus version, but you can use the free version or 3.5, no problem. And what I do if I have an idea for YouTube, but I just don't know how to get started, I ask for a little bit of help. In this instance, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to help me to write a dialogue or a script. Okay, so I'm going to try this. I'm making a YouTube video on how to use ChatGPT for YouTube videos. Write the script for the video with 5 top tips to mention throughout the video. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. How cool is this? Background music begins, then the clip of the YouTube channel logo. Okay, so you can see GPT-4 is still a little bit outdated because all the research and all of the YouTube channels that I've been watching while I'm creating my channel has said, please refrain from a huge intro and your logo and all the funky weird stuff happening for the first 15 seconds. Just get the people hooked. So we're going to ignore that bit. But you can see it starts going really nicely. So let's test this out. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into an exciting topic, how to use OpenAI's GPT-4, also known as ChatGPT, to create unique and engaging content for your YouTube videos. We're going to explore the top 5 tips on how to use this powerful AI tool effectively. So let's get started. Tip number 1, understand your AI. GPT-4, like its predecessors, is a language model trained on diverse internet text. However, it doesn't know anything about specific documents or sources. It generates responses based on patterns it learned during training, not from a specific database of information. That's very true. And remember, its knowledge, it's cut off as of September 2021. So any events or facts beyond that date are not written into its scope. Okay, let's carry on with tip number 2 for ChatGPT on YouTube. Using prompts effectively. When you are using ChatGPT, your input prompts are crucial. Clearly, I've done a good job this time around because it's actually giving me a decent script. Be clear and precise with your questions or prompts. For example, instead of telling me about the war, you should specify, tell me about World War II. It helps to guide the AI's response in a direction that you want. And then you can show examples of good and bad prompts on the screen, like I'm doing right now. Let's start with a simple prompt. Best YouTube tips for new creators. You can see there's a couple of options here. It gives me like 15 options. Let's look at the first one. Start with passion. Create a topic or niche that generally interests you. Passion shines through. I can kind of see where it's going with it, but it doesn't feel like it's really helping me. So what about this then? Act like a YouTube expert and provide the best advice. You can read the prompt there. But if you look at the answers, it's already a lot better. You can see it's breaking it down according to what I asked. Advice, an example, resources, something that I can actually use like a TubeBuddy or vidIQ. Tip number 3, temperature and max tokens. Understand, what is temperature and max tokens? These are 2 parameters you can adjust while using GPT-4. Temperature controls the randomness of the AI responses. A high value makes the output more random and a low value makes it more deterministic. Max tokens controls the length of the generated text. So if you need a specific length or randomness in your output, these settings are key. I've always told GPT-4 max 100 words, and it's pretty okay sticking to it, but now I've also learned something. So tip number 4. Instead of asking all of your questions at once, you can get better results by splitting it into several prompts. True. This conversation with the AI often yields more detailed and focused responses. And then the final tip is check your facts. So let me read through it for a moment, and then I'm going to tell you what it says. And this is how then you can use a script for your own YouTube videos, because you have a template to work from, but you still make it your own, that it stays authentic. And I usually add, I stick to this and I kind of have an idea, but I usually add because it prompts something in my head and I'm thinking, oh yes, I want to add this or that as well. So let's put it to the test. Tip number 5, always fact check. Although GPT-4 sounds really intelligent, it sometimes does generate plausible sounding information, and it's important before you put the information out there to actually check if the facts that it's providing you are correct. And I want to add to this, and this is where your authenticity comes in, I would recommend to not use GPT-4 if you are writing academically, because it might reference papers that do not exist. So if you do use it, ask it to reference, and if it does reference, go and check those references the title, the journal, and see if it's actually what the authors have said before you use it, because it can land you in big trouble if it's not true. And what do you know, it even gives me an outro. And that's it. These are the top 5 tips for using ChatGPT to create YouTube videos. Remember, while the AI is a powerful tool, it's up to us to use it responsibly and creatively. As always, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech tips and tricks.
If you want to know how else I use ChatGPT, keep watching here.
Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.